gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this 48th installment of Everything's Blurred. It is I, Tommy, by way of Breon's login information. This is my FM radio DJ late night voice.
That is your NPR voice, sir.
NPR voice, even though it's not late night or NPR. Good morning to you. We hope you're having a wonderful day. Once again, it's me, Tommy.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you all are. I am the MR.SHAUN, Mr. Sean, coming to you all from beautiful Baltimore. Man, fuck all that. What's good?
Yo.
Episode 48, going down. You see him, my man Tommy. It's me, Mr. Sean, 2/3 of the blur. Salute to Brandy B. Breon couldn't be here. He had to chase the bag. Salute to him.
Yes. Big salute. Coming to you all. That's the one that got me. Coming to you all from the peaceful. No. Yeah. What it is, what it do. So, lots happened this week. Let's get to all the.
Let's get the sad.
Let's get the sad, depressing shit going out the way.
Yeah, let's get all that out of the way.
Rest in peace to young Dolph.
Rest in peace to young Dolph. Memphis 10 rap. Over. People have been calling him a legend. I'm kind of not mad at it because if you're from that area and you really rock with his, I mean, Memphis is popping. If you honestly think about it, I mean, yeah, it's Atlanta, but I mean, dude, in Memphis you got Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo has been on the rip, Black Youngster, and Juicy J still out here, and the other two people was Young Dolph and his cousin Key Glock. You know what I'm saying, that I would hear from a lot. And I was familiar with Dolph. Oh, by the way, Dolph was shot and killed last Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Last Thursday? Yeah. Broad daylight. Was he leaving the cookie joint? Or was he inside the cookie joint?
Don't know.
But I know it was.
I believe he was coming out.
Okay.
And yes, was fired at him outside of fired out of a car, Nissan Versa. They found the car.
Oh yeah, I just saw a video saying that they found the car. Yeah, it's a lot of videos out there about this situation.
Mm-hmm. And they've arrested 3 people in connection to it.
They arrested 3? Okay.
Yeah. 3 people, two guys and the girl. I want to say all ages 18 to maybe 23 years old.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
These are freaking.
I didn't know Dolph was as old as he was. He was like 30.
Yeah. He's 30. He was 36. I 36. Thought he was 28 or something.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that old.
Because I knew of him. I was familiar with his music, but it kind of wasn't for me. But I remember last year he dropped an album called Rich Slave, and I was like, you know what? Let me listen to this joint. And I ended up liking it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good album to me. I think because I was in the mood to hear that type of music. You know what I'm saying? And every time I listened to it, it just put me in a dope mood. You feel me? So then because of that, I started listening to some of his older stuff, and some of his older stuff, some of it was cool. some I wasn't feeling as much. I went back and listened to Dumb and Dumber, the first Dumb and Dumber. That's a joint with him and his cousin Keith Lock. That was cool. They did a second one earlier this year. And then and like a couple of weeks ago, Dolph just dropped a compilation for the artists on his label. And I meant to listen to that to see what that was like. But yeah, but from what I was reading about him, like the people of Memphis loved this man and what he did for them, because he gave back to the community, during the holidays. Like I think they were saying, like before he died, he had just spoke with the pastor of his church, for the little turkey giveaway he does around this time, and I think he was in the cookie spot before, a couple of weeks before he passed away. Know what I'm saying? And I guess he went back there. I guess he was trying to either set something up with them, I guess, for the holidays, or he was just there just because he rocked with the place and he wanted to patronize. But it's still a thing where it's just messed up, yo. You know what I mean? Like you going around, you minding your business, you go into a cookie joint, and then next thing you know, you turn around and there's guns in your face. You get shot up. You know what I'm saying? It's very messed up, and it just kind of shows you, like, I don't know a lot about Dolph and his history, but it just seems like the streets never forget, even though you're out of it. You're out of that life, and you're not really, you know what I'm saying? You might still have some ties and might know some people, but you're genuinely not in it like you once was. But then all of a sudden, this happens, and it's like, damn, and when I heard about that, it just kind of reminded me of the whole thing with Nipsey, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And his own neighborhood, his own, and that happens. You feel me? So it's messed up, man. It really is. And it's just sad that, another life was taken, whether people, was a fan of his music or wasn't a fan of his music. It is still, someone
senseless.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was still someone's life that we didn't, his life didn't have to get taken, man. But at the same time, man, we can't, when it's your time, it's your time. But it's just unfortunate how it happens.
Straight senseless, man.
Know what I mean? So,
and there's no, I guess there's nothing. It's been all speculation at this point, as far as like why, or what the reasoning behind somebody shooting them was. But like you mentioned, yeah, past can catch up to you, even though he hasn't been in that life for a long time. It seems like. So, rest in peace to Dolph.
Yes, rest in peace to Dolph, and condolences to his family. Prayers up to his family and friends, loved ones. I don't even know if he has children, but prayers and thoughts go out to them. And I mean, if people haven't had a chance to check out his music, check it out. You know what I'm saying? It won't hurt nothing. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If you like it, you like it, You know what I'm saying? But salute to him. Man. And it's not going to get worse. We got 2 more of these to talk about. This one is the next thing we're going to talk about is just another. Tommy, go ahead.
The young man who decided to leave and cross state lines to go to a protest where people were protesting in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha,
Rest in peace to Jacob Blake.
Wisconsin. Rest in peace to Jacob Blake. Decided to go AR-15, cross state lines, go to this protest or whatever. He ends up shooting and killing 2 people, and I believe shooting and wounding somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
He was found not guilty on all charges last week. And what people are saying is that, not what people are saying, but the case in the law in the state of Wisconsin says that you can shoot somebody if you feel under danger or attack, imminent attack, for harm or potentially death. And that as a jury member, I think the instructions are you can't put yourself in the situation and think rationally about like what you might do. You have to put yourself in the situation of the individual who's on trial and think with what their state of mind was, what you might do. And he was found not guilty on all charges. And yeah, that's what people are saying is the law is so lax that under that law, you know what, regardless of what people are saying, man, it's bullshit. Because let my black ass go out to the insurrection on January 6th, talking about I'm there for support for law enforcement and rendering aid. I wouldn't be here today to talk. I wouldn't even get a chance to go on trial. So I don't know what to say about that.
So let me just say, first and foremost, Kenosha sounds like the name of another country.
It does.
When I got reminded about this, I was like, why are we concerned about something that happened over in Europe? When it was like, oh, it's in Wisconsin. Oh, okay. All right, bet. And I forgot about this situation, to be honest with you. I really did. And I had to read up on it, and I was like, well, watch a couple videos. And I was like, I still feel like I'm missing something. Like I'm not getting all of everything that's going on. So I came across like a 25-minute video that really broke everything down. And it showed what happened with Jacob Blake, and I remembered that situation. And it is a thing of like, damn, that is kind of crazy how he walked into the car, walked away from the officer, grabbed the knife, but they shot him. I don't know how true it is about him grabbing a knife, but
it was 3 kids in the car too.
Yeah, not a good look at all. Not a good look. And so they're showing all of that. Then they're
like 3
showing
children in the car, you know, like
yeah,
small kids.
Yeah, that's crazy. So like they're showing all that and the protest, and they was talking about how the you know, the guarded people, you know, how they formed and came together, and how Kyle was there. First of all, 17 years old. Stay your ass in a fucking house, man. Like, no, stop that. You're not grown, son. You got homework to do. I'm pretty sure you had a senior class project to work on, something. Like something. Oh, granted, this was like in August. So yeah, he didn't have a class project.
August
But he
when,
probably
you
had
know,
SATs to prepare for. Anyway.
this dumbass ain't going to no fucking college. He ain't taking no SATs.
But at any rate, my thing is I was watching it, it was showing how everything just kind of happened. And they're following like different people's video footage. And I saw the footage of him shooting the guy. Well, I heard the shots from the guy that he killed, but I saw when he actually ran up and shot homeboy in the arm. I actually saw that one. And I'm seeing all this, and I'm just like, oh my God. But there was me and Trey was watching some of it with me as well. And it was a certain situation, like when he got locked, like, the whole situation, him getting locked up. It was the day after he did what he did, not on the spot. He was legit walking with his hands up, walking towards the ambulance, and people are yelling, he shot 2 people. He shot such people. He shot all these people. They didn't arrest him, and the cops was right there. They didn't arrest him right there. They wait till the next day to arrest him. Trey was like, what the fuck? She couldn't believe it. She pushed the whole table over, was like, what the fuck?
Walking down the street.
And you just walking down the street with a whole AR-15.
Like, out. Just no law enforcement, no, you know, I'm out here with whatever agency or not. No, I'm just an 18-year-old kid with an assault rifle on the street.
And then you freaking fast forward to the trial. He's on a stand crying and shit. Somebody ain't fearing for us. Shut the fuck up. He was not fearing for your life with an AR-15, nigga.
You know where you would have been safe at home.
And then I was laughing at the one white. Then there was this video footage of this white guy who's a peaceful protester, but he's talking shit to one of the guys with the guns. He's like, shut up, nigga. Fuck you gonna do, nigga? What you gonna do, nigga? I'm like, this is a white boy saying this. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Who told my man? I mean, excellent use of the word.
But don't,
and I guess in that moment, I mean, I shouldn't even condone that, but it was like, I get why he was doing that, but at the same time, no. Like, I get it. Black Lives is a whole Black Lives Matter thing, but just because it's Black Lives Matter, that don't give you the right to say that word. So I guess he was in the moment, he felt like a black person. I don't know. He had a bald head. He had facial hair. Because, you know, if you're a white guy and you're a bald head and you're clean shaven, I automatically think you're a skinhead. So, because certain people, they just do, you know, or you look like Lex Luthor. Just if you're wearing a suit,
you look like Remy off Higher Learning, my nigga. Like,
you want to go against me, huh? The strong white man, huh?
And I'm not fucking with you.
So it was
fucking Malik.
Like, and the crazy part is, like, it's so funny, like, how you're not your role, because he is such a hip hop head.
Yes.
And he loves the culture.
Yes.
He's been to many a cookouts. But the fact that he played that, like, it's so crazy, you know what I'm saying? But
and people fuck with him too, man. Yeah. People fuck with him.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I told you, I saw he was in that god awful Griselda movie, Conflicted. Like,
yes, he was.
He's just for the culture. He don't care. He's just pulling up. Like,
yes, he was. on the real quick on the other topic. It's like a series of Griselda like movies. Like, I don't know if one of them dudes, like the dude in Conflicted, I don't know if that's like one of their mans or something, but it's like Conflicted is one, and then there's a Pure, and then there's Pure 2.
Oh God.
And then I think there might be one other movie where I was looking, I'm like, yo, I'm seeing the same dudes that I was seeing in Conflicted. Benny pop up. You know what I mean? If you actually watch it, I'm sure Conway and Westside pop up in that joint too. But Benny is the joint. Benny is in the like the little preview, little picture joint where you'd be like, I mean, should I watch this? Nah, But anyway,
yeah.
back to this bullshit.
You're right. And so I'm watching all that go off, and then I see him crying in the stands, and then he gets let go. And I'm just like, the footage is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was going, what he was doing wasn't right. I feel like over the years, people need to look at these laws and kind of update these laws, because man.
You know what? It's crazy to me that you like, like for instance, PA, which is right next door. You can open carry in Pennsylvania. I never knew that until within the last maybe like 2-3 weeks. But you can open carry in Pennsylvania. And I think, the same way people was real up in arms about, like it's always some issue, whether it be a pandemic or abortion or gay marriage or all that shit. Like, I think the Second Amendment and people saying like, oh, they trying to take our guns. Like, that's been big, I think, in certain parts of the country. But now I think it might get bigger. I think it just might get bigger because this situation happening, and it's like, hold on. You can be walking down the street with an assault rifle and the police won't fuck with you if you white, of course. And that's legal? That doesn't make sense. And some people are gonna be like, yeah, no, that's fine. That should be the law. I should be able to do that if I want to. Other people will be like, yo, that makes no sense. This ain't the Wild Wild West. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
It is. 100%, man.
And then after this week, they're expecting closing arguments in the Ahmaud Arbery trial, murder trial, to refresh those who may not be familiar or may have forgotten. Ahmaud Arbery was a young man jogging, and some white folks seen him
in the state of Georgia.
In the state of Georgia, and acted thought they thought that he may have stole something from a construction site, local like site where they was like doing some renovation on a house or something. And they were trying to stop him and get his attention and whatever. But it was later found that these dudes really just saw him running, started chasing him down, was recording the whole thing, shot him, and then called him nigger after they shot him. So one of the defense attorneys had the nerve to say that having black pastors in the at the courtroom was it was no way that his client can get a fair trial, blah blah blah. And it's like a modern day lynching. Hold that. Mean face. Bam. The really nigga. Yes. Anyway, so it's like, yo, really? You gonna say that? You gonna say that? You can't believe that shit. There's no way you can believe that shit. And I think maybe he's trying. This is what I heard somebody say yesterday. He's trying to get a mistrial because he knows as of now, shit probably is not looking good for his clients. So let me say some wild shit. Hopefully that sparks some outrage and some other people do some wild shit. And then we can be like, oh, it's a mistrial. Your client gets off, gets to fight another day. Down the line, more time since this actual crime occurred, more time for people to move on and forget and not feel as enraged or outraged about the situation. Maybe he'll have a better shot if the trial gets pushed to 2022 sometime. You know, if they have another one, but sometime in 2022. And I'm like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Because this modern day lynching for a white man who did take part in what we would say a modern day lynching in the killing of a black man just because he was black. Yeah, I could see that. But beyond that, you know, they need to throw the book at these niggas. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what will happen, actually, if these gentlemen get off. Because they down in Georgia. They not in the, I don't think this was in like the Atlanta area. This was somewhere in like one of them more country spots in the state. And yeah.
Man, it's so crazy. Sometimes the bullshit that comes out of people's mouth. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, these black pastors is causing a distraction. They're distracting to the case." How? How? I mean, you've been seeing the same ones for the past what 34. Bald head, dark skinned dude just got here. He just got here. He's new to it.
But he's not a pastor. He's a
oh, I'm sorry. He's an actual lawyer.
He's an attorney, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But matter of fact, he was actually in that god awful Karen movie at the end. I was like, wow.
Nice.
All right. But yeah, that's just ridiculous to me. Because it's not like they're walking in and they're interrupting and then they're gonna, how like in the first day of the trial, there's the opening arguments. It's not like, okay, the prosecutor's gonna have their arguments, Deep is gonna have their argument. Now out the blue, Al Sharpton is gonna have his random ass opening arguments just because, or like out the blue, he's just gonna show up and just start asking questions to the people on the trial. like, okay, like, come on, no, that's not the case. And then for the closing arguments, he's gonna have his own closing argument. No, that's not the case. I understand it because they're there for a black family. They suffered a tragic loss and some BS, and they want to show their support, and it might also be an attention thing or whatever. But at least there's someone in our community that's trying to support us, support someone within our community and like hold us down and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's good to have. A public figure like that kind of supporting you. And making sure that there's some type of justice being served, But yeah, that's just whack. I hope that, you know, I don't know if after the um the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, did anything happen? Like, was there a protest or anything like that?
Actually, no, there was not any active protest from what I was seeing. Um, yeah, actually, no, yeah, I didn't see about anything, and I didn't hear about none either. Actually, um, so that's actually
So I'm
okay.
wondering. So I'm hoping that, you know, when the verdict
Hmm.
happens, and if it comes out not guilty,
Hmm.
I hope during uh during this Thanksgiving weekend, holiday weekend,
Oh,
that it don't get, you know, it don't get crazy down there in Atlanta or whatever. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
it's
Like,
gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be crazy regardless, just because um, you know, Thanksgiving weekend, people want to shop, and it's been hard to get certain shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the stuff just don't be in stock or in supply. So you got that, you know, going. You know, you got that happening. And then you got, if a negative or not a not guilty verdict happens, um man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll put it like this. I think there will be a lot more guns purchased by people of color already. But if this happens, not guilty, I think that's going to send it in the overdrive. Instead, you're going to be like, you're going to start hearing a lot about people interesting, being interested in like gun legislation and gun reform now. If you see that happen, then you'd be like, damn, niggas started buying mad guns. The government is not liking that shit.
not at all.
I think that's really what's gonna happen. I think that's really what's gonna happen.
See how this plays
Hopefully,
out.
hopefully he is found guilty and some
Well,
semblance of
it's
justice
three of
can be
them, right?
served. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is. It's three of them.
There's three of them.
There's three of them. So hopefully they can be found guilty, I should say.
I think one of them was trying to do a deal, but it didn't go through.
One was trying to do a deal, I heard, and the prosecution was like, nah.
Okay.
Like, and this was like this is sort of like last minute now when you kind of getting towards the end of the trial. I think he was trying to see like what's up with a plea deal. Like, so throwing the book at your ass, nigga. How about that? I'm with that.
Hell yeah. Rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery. Salute to his family. No matter what the verdict is, all three of those guys can rot in hell in my book. Kyle Rittenhouse, you're 18. You need to get your shit together. You got off.
You got lucky.
You are so lucky. You are so lucky right now. Because, man, if you had the right people in that jury or whatever, bruh, black or white, they had the right ones.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have been sounding like my man Tom off the Boondocks. The booty is my booty, and I do what I can to protect it.
Let it burn. Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, man, ridiculous, man. It is so ridiculous.
So now we got you nice and depressed.
But real quick though,
Mm-hmm.
it is also bullshit with the whole Ahmaud Arbery thing, because we forgot to talk about one of the most important things with that trial. The jury.
Mm-hmm.
You have.
Well, I think the same is true for
This is the same thing with Rittenhouse.
With Rittenhouse too, I think.
But I mean, when you say Kenosha, Wisconsin,
yeah,
I do expect mad white people in
you expect that. Yeah, that's true.
I expect maybe one or two black people in that situation, maybe the one. Two might be too much. Oh no. I expect a token. But with this Ahmaud Arbery situation,
mm-hmm.
you know damn well how many black folk live up in Georgia. So the fact that you got it, is it all white? Or is it one black person?
It's one black person on the jury.
One blackie.
Well, no.
And I wonder if they dark skinned or not. They probably light skinned. Probably in some incognito type shit. You can pass your fire.
Yeah, that and you funny you say that, because I was gonna say that that reminds me there's a Netflix movie I think called Passing.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that.
Yeah.
So
you
Tessa Thompson.
Yeah. When you said that made me think of that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we could have did so much better than that. So now like you said, man, let's see how this goes, man. You know, I'm gonna watch the news a little bit, see what they talking about. You know, see me. So yeah. All right.
Now depressed enough now?
Yes. Yes. Let's get off that shit. Let's get off.
Well, depending on how you feel about the next topic, you'll either be more or less depressed. So we'll see. For those shit, I mean, y'all know more than me. Shit. The Netflix has dropped a new live action series based on the animated series from Cartoon Network on Adult Swim, Cowboy Bebop. Starring John Cho, aka Harold from the Harold and Kumar fame, Mustafa Shakur, and some other shit.
Sorry, it's one of the best theme songs ever. Fight me. So
I'll give you that. I will give you that, because prior to watching the first episode of the series on Netflix, that it was all I had ever seen of Cowboy Bebop was the initial theme song from the animated series. And as I told you, I said, yo, this is different. This is definitely not the usual anime. You know what I mean? Like music, vibe, you know, the artwork is obviously on the animated series, the artwork is obviously of the anime style, but it was still kind of, I don't know, it just had a whole different flavor about it. And it's definitely not like the animes where kind of like, if you watch Squid Game, I say Squid Game is a live action anime with the way they kind of had the characters.
You can say that. That's fair.
And it's definitely not that though, Cowboy Bebop, the animated series. So, you know, I checked out the first episode, and you know what? I'm going to hold off because I am new to the Cowboy Bebop world, and I'm gonna let a fellow Cowboy Bebop lover, Stan, Blurred, somebody that can relate to everything that everybody else is feeling about this, wax poetically on his thoughts and feelings of the series first.
So
I'm not putting myself in trouble.
So the thing is, I gotta watch a little bit more of it. What I saw, I liked because it did remind me of the show a bit. Trey tried to watch it with me. She wasn't interested in it. I guess because she wasn't familiar with the joint. And I don't think that's her. I think it might be her speed. I think she might have to give it another chance because I kind of, if I had to compare that joint to something, if you ever watched the Korean film on Netflix called, is it called Space Sweepers? Something like that. It's kind of like that. But I know starting out, the reviews for it weren't kind. So I still, like I said, I still got to watch some more of it. I honestly meant to watch the anime before watching the live action series, just to get ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie to you. The brother that's playing Spike, I want to say his name is John Cho. He was Harold in the Harold and Kumar movies. He is the man that is responsible for the term MILF on American Pie. People probably forgot about that. But he was the one that coined the phrase MILF for Stifler's mom. I was like, that.
Did he start the whole MILF genre of a certain
I don't know
type of
if he started the genre, he might have came up with the term. I think the term is his.
He should be a billionaire right now.
Well, I won't say his, but whoever wrote it, I know he said it, but I don't know if he should have copywritten that shit.
He should be a billionaire right now.
He should be. So yeah, I was surprised that he was Spike. I kind of didn't want him to be Spike. I wanted somebody younger and someone slightly younger and has a martial arts background to play Spike. But I'm like, well, let me give him a chance. The brother that's playing my man Jet, he had to be a brother first and foremost.
Of course.
His English dub voice is a black man. So, and he looks kind of mixed to me, honestly, in the anime. So when you got homeboy from season 2 of Luke Cage playing him, Bushmaster, playing him, I was like, yeah, bet he was dope in Luke Cage. So yeah, I want to see how he does as Jet. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm still, looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Because it can't be, put it to you like this. I've seen worse live action adaptations, you know what I mean, as far as animes go. Like people can say what they want about the Ghost in the Shell. I wasn't really tripping too much off of it. It was okay. It was okay for what it was. Um the live action Bleach movie that Netflix did was cool, but the live action Fullmetal Alchemist they did was trash. The live action Death Note was god awful. The live action of Dragon Ball that was in theaters a little over a decade ago, straight trash. Um, and I know they're in talks of, well, no, I think they're filming a live action One Piece series, and they're trying to get a Yo Yo Hakusho live action series going. Um, so, but I'll say this: I think if Cowboy Bebop, you know, regardless of what the critics say, let's just say they still do well ratings wise, and they continue to do well. Because you don't know this. I want to say the creator of Cowboy Bebop was also the creator of Samurai Champloo.
I did not know this.
Are you familiar with the anime Samurai Champloo?
Yes.
So have you watched the whole thing or just like certain episodes? Like,
I'm familiar with the name because I've heard
okay.
you say it once or twice before, but I've never seen it.
Okay. So Samurai Champloo, I can tell you, is technically, to my knowledge, it might be one of the first like hip hop influenced animes. Because this creator of these joints, he's heavy into our music, jazz, cowboy bebop. You know what I'm saying? And when you listen to the soundtrack of Cowboy Bebop, like from the anime series, if you're a fan of jazz, you will genuinely love that project.
Okay.
Samurai Champloo was the same way. Samurai Champloo, one could say that joint, first and foremost, RIP to Nujabes. Second of all, Samurai Champloo might be one of the heaviest influences of the genre of music known as lo-fi hip-hop. And I feel like it really shouldn't be called that because that sound has been around for years in hip-hop. But I guess, the youngins want to, got a hold of it, want to repackage
Everybody want to repackage, rebrand, rename.
So it's like, people don't know, man, don't realize, man, Nujabes, Fat John, those dudes were inspired by like the 90s hip hop that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So then and a lot of people that contribute to the lo-fi hip hop, the different creators and the beat makers in it, quite a few of them that I know of are from other countries. So you're also seeing how hip hop has influenced and reached other people. You know what I'm saying? So when you see, when you listen to the Nujabes and the Fat Johns, you can also put the Dillas and the Mad Libs in the midst of that. You know what I mean? And then those people, Marcus D is up there, Funky DL is a few others, and then you get into the newer guys like Ginseng, Evie, Ian Ewing. I I listen to this stuff at night to help me sleep. So that's how I know some of these artists. Clem Beats, AK420, you know what I mean? It's like Samurai Champloo kind of helped guide that in a sense. And I saw that firsthand because I remember 2014 is when I came across listening. I came across one of the Samurai Champloo soundtrack, and I remember listening to it, vibing to it, and then from the midst of me just listening to that joint multiple times, other stuff started coming my way as far as listen to Jazz Hop Cafe, lo-fi hip hop, all these different lo-fi hip hop channels. And the more I'm listening to this music, the more I'm hearing like the 90s influence, the soul shit, the jazz stuff, the boom bap, all that kind of combined. And some of the stuff, I ain't gonna lie, is super chill and it makes you sleepy. Some stuff, you bobbing your head to it. You know what I'm saying? You vibing to it. You know what I mean? So to see Cowboy Bebop to come back and get celebrated the way that, like, I remember when Cowboy Bebop was on TV, when it was on Adult Swim, you know what I'm saying? And or Toonami, and watching the episodes, listening to the music. I don't remember seeing merch for it in stores like that. And that might be partially because when it came out, I was in college. And I think when I got out of college, I think it was still around. Like Samurai Champloo was still, like, I remember buying the video game on my PS2. Back in like 06, 07, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
There was a Samurai Champloo game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was real dope too. And you can play as either Jin or Mugen. And I think both guys had different, I think they had different levels, different storylines, which made it dope. And you could collect music along the way and some other stuff. Cause if you watch Samurai Champ, I'm trying to tell you, if you watch the Cowboy Bebop anime and then follow up with Samurai Champloo, you're gonna have a good time. You are. And then follow it up and then watch Afro Samurai. Oh, nigga.
All right. But yeah, all that backstory and history and culture and all of that leads you to what opinion on Cowboy Bebop live series on Netflix, though?
I said that early in the thing when I started.
You said you need to see more.
I need to see more of it, but what I saw, I liked.
Okay.
I said that from the gate.
Let me. Yeah, everything else kind of overshadowed that because it was like so far in the beginning. I was like, okay, we got the Samurai Champloo and different artists and so on and so forth. But
all that ties into the influence of Cowboy Bebop. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
So you got to actually.
People are just too picky with certain things. So it's like, if I'm watching it for myself, let me watch it for myself, because I've heard people critique certain things, and when they critique it, they compare it to certain things that it's not fair that you compare it to. Like, I remember when RZA's film came out, Man with the Iron Fist. And I remember being excited for it. And I remember Quentin Tarantino, he was presenting it, you know, and all that. And I remember like, oh yeah, this should be cool. And I remember reading the reviews for it, and all the reviews did the same thing. Every reviewer compared the Man with the Iron Fist to either Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or House of Flying Daggers. That's, to me, that's dumb. You know why that's dumb to me? Because if you really understood RZA's mind and you really listened to his music, you would know that RZA isn't influenced by those type of films. he's influenced by the Shaw Brothers type of martial arts films. So his film is going to have that type of feeling. So when they were saying that, I was like, man, it's bullshit. Fuck with this hand. They don't know what they talking about. So when I went in the theater and I watched it, I appreciated it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what people say. Why don't you look at reviews? Because people that be writing the reviews don't be knowing what they talking about. It's just their personal opinion.
Yeah.
And how they perceived it, but not with the creator of the film. Like if you have that kind of knowledge and history and understanding of somebody and what they do, then that's going to influence how you look at the work that they put out. So yeah, and it could still be trash, but but I would at least respect that opinion more because you're coming from a much more knowledgeable base when it comes to whatever it is you're reviewing. Then I've seen this once. I heard of RZA. I liked a couple Wu-Tang tracks, but I really like ODB the best. I saw saw Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, a House of Flying Daggers, and that's all I really need to see as far as martial arts, right? This America. Okay, now let me give my review. You know what I mean? Like people be coming from, they just don't have that knowledge and that background, and they don't be invested in really doing a good job of reviewing whatever it is that they're reviewing, especially Rotten Tomatoes. This just anybody can go on there. So, but with all that, now let me jump in on what I felt, because I only watched the first episode of the series on Netflix. And as I mentioned before, I've only seen the theme intro to the animated series, but never watched the series. So off the rip, you could tell it's an anime inspired live action type of film, just with kind of how they're doing some of the things with the film. Spike, aka Harold, aka John Cho, off the rip, fly ass suit. You know what I mean? Like that jacket, tough. I agree with you too. Like they could have maybe found somebody who definitely has a martial arts background. I'm assuming this dude doesn't, but I could be wrong. But considering like what his body frame is, you know what I mean? The hair that he got, he is an Asian dude. Yeah, I'm saying I think it just kind of lent itself to that character. He's pretty tall, I think, for an Asian guy. Okay. You know what I mean? So he doesn't look like tiny next to the dude that played Jet. Yeah. Even though he is small compared to that dude, but he don't look like, like dude is 6 whatever and he's like 5'5".
Have you ever watched Glee?
Long time. It's been a long time. And I've seen a couple episodes, but I didn't watch it.
So there was an Asian dude on Glee. He wasn't really a singer in that particular in the Glee joint, but he was a dancer. Okay. So he only showed up and just danced while everybody else was kind of performing. And he was pop locking and all that, doing little usher shits and all that. So it was like
so you think
he would have been good because I think he also has a martial arts background because he was in some martial arts movie that I checked out on Netflix a while back, and I was like, yo, he would have been good for it. Excuse me. And he's around, that dude's around our age actually. But if they would have got, but that would have been cool. But if they would have got somebody maybe a little bit younger than that guy, it would have been, would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So dude that played Jet, he played Luke Cage. You said, or was he
He,
in Luke Cage?
he was in Luke Cage. He was
Okay.
Bushmaster in Luke
I'm
Cage.
trying to remember. I feel like I've seen him in something else, but I can't remember what I've seen him in. But anyway, I do like him cast as the Jet character without even being really familiar with the animated series. It just seems like he fits. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like he's trying to act too. It's not. He's not. It doesn't look like he's trying to act like Jet. It just feels right. You know what I mean? Like he's that dude. You can definitely tell, and like I kind of feel like you seen Kill Bill when they had the crazy 88. You know, the gang that came in and Uma Thurman, it was them versus like this big Asian gang before, you know, she fought Lucy Liu. That's what the Syndicate kind of feels like to me when they come in. Obviously, the music, dope. I do actually like too the special effects and kind of the everything else, the way they have things as far as like the ship traveling through space. You know, the first episode when that joint shot a hole in the wall and then everything's
Yeah,
flying
I did
out.
see that part. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like that. That was cool how they did all that. And and then towards the end of that episode, right now, I'm thinking, this is all right, this is cool, but what's gonna makes me continue to watch the series? You know what I mean? And it's that little thing towards the end where it was like your old girl and the dude got shot up in the in the spaceship, and it seemed like Spike took that a little hard, like a little to heart. And I think there's a tie-in somewhere with the lady, you know, lady in the white with the rose at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna keep me watching it because from a story standpoint, you see there's some other shit going on. There's some other shit at play that's gonna keep driving this. And it's not just strictly the bounty hunter thing where it's kind of like if it was that, you could have a show where it's like every episode they gotta go catch somebody, okay, get into some shit, okay, to catch up, get the bounty, you know, move on. But this is definitely going to be more than that. The other girl that comes along, I don't know her name. I forgot her name, with the purple hair, the character.
Oh yes. Faye.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you? I don't really know much about her character. She seems kind of like.
Wait, she got short hair, right?
Short hair, yeah. She seems kind of like Harley Quinn mixed with somebody. You know what I mean? Like she's definitely has a mouth on her. Let's say that. That's probably not good. Let me not say Harley Quinn because that's not right.
It's not at all. A Faye is
Big girl, maybe. And I'm talking about just the demeanor. Not obviously she's older, but the demeanor, the you know, the weapons training proficiency, you know, she got a little martial arts in her bag too.
Right. Hit girl, as far as the demeanor, kind of. She's, from what I remember, she is sassy. She's a bit you know, I know she does I don't want to say scam, but she kind of, cons people to get her way in a sense. I'll say that from what I remember of her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I remember of Faye. But something did get spoiled to me. And that's why I hate kind of being on certain websites and they show or bring up a certain thing. And I'm just like, dang it. All right. Well, at least it answered my question about that particular character. So I got
a whole bunch more that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, I gotta watch it to see what's up with it. But I will say, a while back I was on IMDb, and there was a white boy on there playing a character named Hakeem.
On what show?
Cowboy Bebop.
Okay. How does that happen?
I don't freaking know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And this is going to be on the show on Netflix.
I saw it on the IMDb.
On IMDb.
This was a while ago. I don't know if it's still on there. All I know is that I remember seeing it and bugging. Like, what? Hakeem? A white boy named Hakeem? All right, y'all got it. That's just like how but I've seen it where a white girl spelled her name Ali, but it was pronounced alley, like you're walking down the alley.
Oh yeah. And
I was like, I know as
Ali. You think Ali? Yes.
Yeah, I think Ali.
Yes.
So that way I was like, Ali, like, no, man. All right.
Ali Rosenstein?
You know what I'm saying? Ali Rosenberg. You know what I'm saying? Ali Jenkins, Ali Poindexter, I don't know.
Hakeem Poindexter.
Hakeem that's a nerdy ass nigga. He one of us. Welcome, Hakeem, to Everything's Blurred. One of us, nigga.
Break down this scene.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hakeem. Shout out, matter of fact, throwback. Shout out to Melissa. You know Melissa, shit.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. All right, so you've seen how many episodes so far?
Just the one.
Oh, you just saw one? Okay. I
yes.
thought you saw maybe like 3 or 4.
I said I gotta watch more of it. I just
got you. Well, I will say too, I definitely gotta watch more of it.
Tom had caught up with me yesterday, and next thing I know, I had to meet up with some homies. And while I met up with them, my little brother had called me, shout out to Steven, and he was like, yo, I got to fight tonight. Come through. It's last minute, but come through. You ain't gonna know nobody here, but I consider you one of the homies, so you my brother, so come through. So I came through, watched the Crawford Porter fight. Good fight. And I was surprised because for Sean Porter, for his entrance, Big E did the intro right there, not like how Big E did it for the Fury Wilder 3. The intro for both of them. No, he was there doing the intro for Sean Porter. So Big E was on his right, and to his left, rapping was Rhapsody. So Rhapsody did the broad up. Yes, yo. I was so pumped. That Rhapsody did that. He lost the fight, but still, like, it was cool.
Yeah.
That, he had
I don't know.
Rhapsody.
I know he lost in the 10th. Did he get knocked out, or was it they stopped the fight?
They stopped it. His father stopped the fight.
Oh.
And then later on, then when they interviewed Porter, Porter said what he said. Then they interviewed his father, and his father was like, "Yeah, I was seeing that, he didn't do what he was supposed to be doing. He wasn't prepared. Like he put it out there, yo." And the whole crowd was booing that man. I was like, "Oh,
this was in the ring right after the fight."
It was in the ring, where you got main man interviewing you, doing the post interview in the ring with the mic. He came out and said that shit. I was like, yo, and that's legit some parental type shit. Parents do that shit. They put their kid right out there and give no fucks.
I don't give a fuck that millions of people is watching this shit right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, prepared. You ain't do what you're supposed to do.
I saw something was wrong. I told him he was supposed to be in that gym, stop chasing these bitches, but he's still doing that. He's still going to the club, doing these appearances at the club. Man. He want to go. He want to show up to homecoming weekends and shit.
I saw that. He dozed off on the set or something. Like it might have been like a TV show set or something. Like he was at the desk. I feel like they might have been just talking and was going to go interview him or ask him his thoughts on whatever. And he was like, and at first I was thinking like, yo, is this Jamie Foxx just like clowning on some shit? Like, and then it was like, oh no, this is the nigga that's actually supposed to be fighting. It was 50 Cent. It was on 50 Cent social media. He was like, hold up, what the fuck? Is it too late? I get my money back. I'm betting on the other dude. But my brother hit me actually, shout out to Troy Brown, hit me. He said he had Crawford winning it in 11, and it turns out they stopped it in the 10th round. So I was like, oh, okay. All right, you put some bread up on that, though?
Yo, when I was at my brother's, man, I think him and his homeboy, I think they was on DraftKings. Because they was like, oh, word, let me put this bet right quick.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it's so much easier to gamble these days. Like, I'm not a gambler, let me put that out there, unless, I'm in Vegas or Atlantic City. I play the tables a little bit sometimes, but that's it. And if I have a really good omen sign, I might hit up Royal Farms and grab me a lottery ticket or two. But yeah, it's like DraftKings, FanDuel, you can bet. It's easier to bet.
Caesars got an app now.
Caesars got an app too.
Promoting that like crazy.
It's much easier to gamble now. So people, it's much easier to do everything now. Shit, it just comes straight to your phone. You look like you might have just seen some information. I don't know, but I don't know if you know this, but Lamar is not playing today. Hollywood is not playing today. Let me see.
So we're 6-4. Great.
Jimmy Smith,
lose to the Bears, nigga.
Anthony Averett.
We're about to lose to Winnie the Pooh.
Miles Boykin, Brandon Williams as Cedric. I can't pronounce your last name, brother. I'm sorry.
I'm not
going to do it to you. Cedric Agbuihi.
Oh no, that's the actor I'm thinking about, right?
Yeah, no, right. But all of those gentlemen I mentioned are inactive for the day. So let us pray.
It's getting a little sucky to be a Ravens fan, man. It kind of is. It's getting a little sucky. Because you know what's frustrating about it, especially with this season, man, because looking back, we're going to all look back at this season and be like, yo, this could have been a season where we could have went to the Super Bowl. which I was stating earlier in the season. But it's like if everybody was healthy, man, we probably wouldn't even be 6-3. We probably would be 8-1. At least that's how I feel. If we was healthy and our defense was looking like Ravens defense
was halfway decent, I think we'd be.
we would be 8-1 or something, yo. Like it just sucks because it's like the potential is there. and it's like with the defense, it's like, okay, I get it. Like me and my brother said the same thing. Marlon Humphrey can't do everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why it seems like there's times where he is himself, and then sometimes he's not himself, and that's because he needs help, and there ain't enough help. And even in that front line, Calais Campbell, you are 6'8", over 300 pounds. You could just go like this, hands up, and just jump. You're going to connect. You know what I'm saying?
6'8". What's he? But he like 33, 34. Shit, 35 maybe.
Oh damn. But I mean, at least tackle.
yeah,
you know it's like this is not Ravens defense. You know what I'm saying? The offense.
Yeah, he's 35.
Wow. So the offense, man, I'll say the O-line has its moments, bad moments, and it has its good. But I think it's crazy that Lamar is the number one rusher. Doesn't he lead the team in rushing yards?
But he does lead the team. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Sure. And it's like, man, we just released Le'Veon, so that was short-lived. But I mean, our running game is usually pretty good. I mean, before this injury, Brown was getting better. Rashad Bateman was looking pretty good. You know, we all know about Andrews. That was a catch. That was a catch. And oh yeah, Bakar came through that one game. That was pretty dope. But man, so who's our backup quarterback? Ain't it a black guy?
I don't know. I don't know if we got what's my man name? Chase McSorley or the other black dude that looked like him and Lamar came from like the same spot. I forget his name. Like no clue. No clue.
God damn. All right, I guess I'll watch.
Oh yeah, we'll watch at least the first half.
Something, man.
I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Man, you depressed us again. Shit. We should have talked about that earlier with the other depressing news.
Well, on the good note, from on the positive side for the Ravens, Khalil Mack is not playing for Chicago.
Oh, that's a great thing. That is a great thing. Yeah. Now there's a fighting chance.
And then, they also are starting their rookie QB, Justin Fields, who...
Yo, I really hope that
I hope he does his thing, just not today.
I hope he has a dope future in the league because earlier in the season, I felt bad for him. My man had 9 sacks. He got sacked 9 times in one game. I was like, oh. I mean, welcome to the league, but damn.
Yeah, like, you think about it, he got sacked 9 times. How many times did he get hit that game? Oh. But yeah, I hope he does his thing in the league. Just not today. That's it. See what else? What else? What else? The RZA.
So
Which we mentioned briefly earlier today. Coming back with a graphic novel for his alter ego, Bobby Digital, which I didn't realize that he kind of took that from a comic book back in the day. And now this is sort of like it's sort of like that character's returning to the original medium, where RZA first saw that. Also, it's interesting when you brought that up about with Quentin Tarantino presenting. It's like, damn, actually, for Hollywood, as far as Hollywood goes and trying to have a career in film, to have Quentin Tarantino present your shit, definitely major in the Hollywood circles. Now I know he's acted in a few films, you know what I mean? Not like, I wouldn't necessarily say that he is an actor, but he's acted in certain films, and he's done all right too. He wasn't just playing like himself. Back in Staten Island or whatever, before people knew him, or when you just kicking it with people. Like he's actually was playing some people. And so I guess his foot has been in the door for a while in that film space. The graphic novel stuff is probably different though. This will be a new thing.
Yeah, the joint is called Bobby Digital and the Pit of Snakes. Teamed up with Z2 Comics. Earlier this year, that comic company put out a joint for Cypress Hill called Cypress Hill Dos Equis. That was done by Noah Callahan Beaver.
Do you think that joint is going to be at Third Eye?
It's a digital comic, I want to say.
Oh.
I think it's
so it's only in the digital format.
But if it's not, they might have it. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't have it. It comes out in June of next year. Oh, I just clicked on a link, and there are different packages for it. So yeah. It's also a book. You can get a soft cover, hardcover. The soft cover standard edition is $19.99. The limited edition hardcover is $40. There's a platinum deluxe edition that's $300. And this joint, there's the oversized hardcover deluxe edition graphic novel, the graphic novel slipcase, 3 limited edition art prints, and some exclusive vinyl music. And they got a super deluxe joint that has all that stuff plus a 6 limited edition art prints. That's going for $200. But yeah, it looks dope. I would definitely support it. Because I bought I know Meth put out a graphic novel a while back, and I meant to get that. And I know back in the early 2000s they came up with a Wu-Tang comic.
Now that doesn't surprise me at all. The Wu comic.
And
I think it would be cool if they did a Wu comic that was based off of, you know, the real shit that they came up with. You know what I mean? Like they got a series now, obviously. Maybe they did a Wu comic that paired the comic with the series. And instead of
I know they're coming out with a RPG style video game for the Wu, but I forgot, is it only on Xbox or is it for both systems? I forgot. But I would like them to see them do a comic based off of their old video game, and then they re-release that old video game. I think that would be ill. I think that would be ill if they did that. And if they bring back that old comic series, I think that would be dope. Yeah,
you know, it's interesting. Everything gets kind of re-released and rehashed over, whether it's movies, TV series, sneakers, you know what I mean, style and fashion.
Cool Gray 11's come out next month, December 11th.
Why don't in the fourth quarter? Why can't companies like re-release video games though? You know what I mean? Like why don't they? Especially in the age
some have done like the remastered stuff, like you got the Crash trilogy, they did the Spyro trilogy, they did the Uncharted trilogy, they did
well, okay, but those was like Uncharted, I think, started in like 2000s something. Maybe like 20.
Yeah, but I said Crash and Crash maybe was the 90s. I said Crash and Crash was the 90s. Spyro was the 90s, I think, or maybe early 2000s. Who else did
they? Maybe I feel like, because I'm like, if kids is playing Minecraft and Roblox, nigga, Sonic is better than that shit. You know what I'm saying? Donkey Kong Country is better than that shit, if you ask me. I seen a kid at IHOP one day, matter of fact. In IHOP, just mad as shit because they fucking up. And I'm looking, the kid had a tablet and he's going through all these games or whatnot. And then Sonic is one of the games on there. And I'm like, yo, this ain't even like no updated, like, you know, 21st century Sonic. This is the same shit I grew up playing. and Shorty is getting it on the Sonic on the tablet. But yeah, that's what made me think like, yo, why don't companies like do more of that? You know what I mean? Like, it feels like if you're really big into gaming, like if you got a Switch or if you're on Twitch or if you know what I mean? Like if you're really, really, really heavy and active still gaming, you might know about these things and know about how like maybe the online stores, like the PlayStation store or whatever, you know, maybe they got some stuff out there. I sure as I didn't know about Streets of Rage 4. Until I was talking to somebody who was online with it. And I was like, oh shit, where? Okay.
It came out last year.
Yeah, it came out last year. Yeah, that's when I played it. I was like, oh. Sure. And the thing about it is, it's very straight to the point. You got your people you playing with, and then you got the bad guys. You do what you do, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I gotta get an apple. Oh, I gotta eat some turkey, whatever. You pick up this knife, you know, you go through the game, you finish the game, and you good. And then you can go on about the rest of your day. You know what I mean? You don't have to save.
Not like these games now that got like
you ain't gotta like
400 hours of gameplay. Fuck it.
It's not like you can be like, oh, okay, we beat everybody up. You know what? I wonder what's underneath this bridge. Let's try to jump off and climb it. Like, no,
You know
you
what I'm
can't. You
saying?
can't do that. You just
You know, then I have
straightforward
a
with
bunch
your
of
shit.
side missions that stray away from the main mission.
Exactly.
Then have the
Exactly.
online gameplay. Get on like
You know
it's
what? You know what it is? That's why I don't game as much because I don't feel like I'd be accomplishing shit in 8 hours. You know what I mean? I can play Streets of Rage and be like, all right, cool. I'm up to like board 6. You know, it's 10 in the game. All right, cool. I can maybe beat this tomorrow. Red Dead Redemption, 0.5% progress in 8 hours. I mean, that's why I don't game no more, man. I can't deal with that.
they like we don't care that you work. We don't care that you work. We don't care you got double jobs. We don't care if you got kids, nigga. You playing this game.
Hold on, and
This game is your life.
niggas come to the crib and see, dang, dog, 2% progress?
You know what I'm saying?
Like the fuck? But this shit gotta get paid for, or I gotta progress in this game, nigga. What you want? You know what I mean? Yeah. We can pull up a chair on the street and we can chop it up, or we can be chilling with the big flat screen HD and the comfortable couches or whatever. You know what I mean? Climate control. By the way, would you like some strawberry Henny? Yeah. Well then shit, I only got 2% on this game. All right, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Before we recorded, we was bringing up Henny quite a few times, so this might be the Henny episode.
Strawberry Henny.
Strawberry Henny.
Let me send my man the message.
Yo, I'm surprised nobody ain't got a song called Strawberry Henny. Like I feel like that'd be like a dope ass like Rick Ross song, like Strawberry Henny and lemon pepper wings. Like that's a Rick Ross shit to me.
Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Either Rick Ross or Action Bronson.
Yeah.
One of these two would body the Strawberry Henny track. You know what I mean? So, man. So what else? What else? Anything left? Anything left that we can use to depress folks?
So nothing depressing. So we all saw the saw the new Spider-Man trailer, which was amazing. People love. I can't wait. Comes out of my, birthday weekend, So thank you for that, Marvel. I treat that as a Christmas gift. It'd be a lot better if I could, anyway. No, if we was more popping, man, it'd be so dope if we was on a level of where people knew us like that and we could go to like premieres of like films. That would be so ill to go to like the Spider-Man premiere, like an MCU premiere. That'd be so ill. But anyway, in that joint, in that particular film, Doctor Strange is in it, and I think some stuff that goes on in that Spider-Man film, I think, is a continuation. Some of that continues on to the Multiverse of Madness. So yeah, in Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange will be in it, of course. Spidey will be in it. I heard Scarlet Witch might be in it. But there's two other characters that may be in this film. Patrick Stewart, aka Professor X, and Hugh Jackman, aka Wolverine, apparently are in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Because they had to do some extensive reshoots a couple weeks ago. And
Because what triggered that?
I forgot what triggered that. I'm trying to see if they kind of get into that. But yeah, pretty much Patrick Stewart's involvement in that joint is the reason why Hugh Jackman got involved. So they're involved in that, and I guess that's like, you know, them being in a different multiverse. So I guess that's, kind of clever, having them in that, because I'm assuming that's there's probably going to be a small bit, you know what I mean, and not nothing.
So what do you mean, like he's in it? Is it? You mean he's in it because he fucks with Patrick Stewart, and Patrick Stewart was like, well, it would be really nice if you could be a part of this project with me. We love the Wolverine character. And all the work you've done to bring him to the screen. And he was like, well, all right. All right, Hugh. All right, Patrick. We'll have a Foster's after we wrap it up.
God. He had to go with a Foster. What the fuck? I don't even think they drink Fosters in Australia.
Real shit, they don't. But yeah, did you mean like that, or did you mean there was another reason, as far as like Hugh Jackman getting involved because Patrick Stewart was involved?
So Stewart, he met with Feige. And since Logan was important to him, Stewart was done. Professor X died in that joint. And but this Professor X is a variant in Doctor Strange, and the same thing. And they're saying, in other words, Logan is untouched. So
untouched. So he's not. He's just a regular dude.
I'm not sure what they mean by that, but they're saying Logan is untouched.
Is he not touched by like a Catholic priest? Like the fuck?
I don't know what they mean by that. They mean that he's straight. I don't know. Oh, okay. Those versions of Stewart, Professor X, and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine remain buried forever. Okay. Yeah. The roles won't eat much screen time, so it must be like a cameo situation. Yeah. Okay. That's what they meant by untouched. So I guess what they're saying is like, with that Professor X and that Wolverine, it's like they're just variants, like they just popped up. It's not really them. I think that's what they're trying to say. Like they're pretty much trying to say, like, what happened in the Logan movie happened in the Logan movie.
Yeah. So it'll be the characters themselves, but as far as what we've witnessed that has happened to these characters,
it's not.
It's not gonna be that in the multiverse appearance.
Yeah. Kind of like with if you watch the Loki series, Jonathan Major's character, like he's Kang, though he's a variant of him, it's still kind of him. You know what I mean? But it's him from another universe. So
gotcha.
All this talk about the multiverse is interesting because I'm curious as how they're going to go along with this, because you don't want that to be phony going into the whole multiverse thing, and oh yeah, he's from this, like, you don't want it to be confusing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, I'm curious how they're going to do the how this film is going to turn out, and how these cameos from Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman are going to work out. How it's going to look, you know. Yeah, because I think that movie comes out. Yeah, that's right. Because I think all the movies that are supposed to come out next year from Marvel, they got pushed back. So I forgot when that one's supposed to come out. I think it's supposed to come out in summer. I don't know. I gotta double check. But yeah, it'll seem cool for that. And I guess everybody's still going to be scratching their heads and figuring out who's going to be in the new X-Men whenever they're ready for X-Men. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one last thing. Thanksgiving plans.
Eat, drink, be merry.
I like it.
Probably, I got to see the football lineup. I know it's Cowboys and Skins as always, but I got to see who else is playing. I think Detroit, the Pressing Asses, is playing.
Oh yeah, they always play.
Who are they playing?
I don't know. Whoever they're going to lose to. I mean, I'm sorry, Detroit, but you know what I mean. Come on, y'all. Trying to get my little Black Friday, Cyber Monday list together so I can.
Okay, I got you. 12:30 on Thanksgiving. Chicago versus Detroit, so we got the Midwest battle. I mean, we got what's that? Worst to 5'9" versus Twister. Twister's Chicago versus Detroit. They got Raiders and Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll be Skins and Cowboys, but okay, that should be interesting. And then the night game, interesting one. Bills versus Saints.
Okay.
I'll go Bills, I'll go Cowboys, and I'll go I can give a fuck less.
Chicago, I'll go Bills and Raiders, and who cares who wins the Lions Bears game. You know what? Let's hopefully the Lions pull it out, just so Lions fans can have something to cheer about or be happy about on Thanksgiving.
It is the holidays. You know what? This is the holidays.
Yeah, I mean,
season of giving. Detroit. I'm rooting for y'all.
I mean, let Detroit
I'm gonna root for y'all. I think I mess with more rappers out of Detroit than Chicago anyway, so got y'all. And any Black Friday deals you try and get a hold of, or already took advantage of, because they've been on.
Yeah, right. We went out. Oh, this is my Ben Simmons story, real quick.
Yeah.
So, we shout out to the outlets out in PA yesterday.
Okay.
So they call it
Lancaster,
Philly, Pottstown. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been to the ones in Lancaster, but this was like Pottstown. So this was sort of between Philly and Allentown, which is sort of like further west in the state of Pennsylvania. Okay. And so we out there going, looking around, shopping and whatever, seeing, catching deals and everything. And they had like a little sports shop. They had a Bath and Body Works there. I was trying to see if I could get some cheap candles, some cheap room sprays or whatever. And there was like a line to actually go inside the Bath and Body Works. I'm like, damn. All right, so we get in a little line. It's not too long. And in line is a woman talking like, I don't even understand why they even have this up. Pissed. And I look over and it's this little sports store right next to the Bath and Body Works. And in the window, in the display window, they got like a little mannequin rocking the Ben Simmons jersey. And I'm like, wow, like y'all really.
So wait, what did she say?
She was like, I can't even believe they even have this mess displayed in the window. Like, what's wrong with them? You know what I mean? Like, but she seemed like really annoyed. Like she had been following the whole situation, and she sees Ben Simmons. She's like, I don't fuck with Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? She said it in one of them kind of tones, and I was looking at Cena. I was like, oh wow. I was like, I should see if I can go get a Ben Simmons jersey for like $7 and a churro. You know what I mean? I got a churro left, you know what I mean? $7 a churro. It's hot, it's good, you know what I mean? Was good. But nah, I didn't do that. You getting a little later, it was getting a little chilly. It was one of them kind of outdoor type joints where, you know, and you know, that's my Ben Simmons story. Little anticlimactic, but yeah, $7. I'm saying though, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody up there trying to cop no Ben Simmons jersey. Like, this is a waste for y'all. Recoup your losses. Hopefully, I get a cheap Ben Simmons jersey, and then I hope that he turns into like a Hall of Fame player. They'll be like, yo, but I got the Philly Ben Simmons jersey though.
Oh shit! What?
You know what I mean? Y'all got the Lakers Ben Simmons jersey, you know, when he finally became, you know, champion and everything, and that's cool. I got like the rookie Ben Simmons. Lying. Ben Simmons probably would never autograph a Philadelphia Ben Simmons jersey.
Well, hold on.
You'd probably be like, man, fuck that. I don't fuck with
it. As much as he want to get the hell out
of Dodge. Yeah. They play down here, actually. Philly plays in DC day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if
you trying to go?
Maybe somebody hit me up. The guy that I work with, HBCU alum, said he's done this once before, but this was when the Wizards were super trash and the Bulls was both super trash too at the time. And he got like a little like a suite, and you know, you get a certain number of tickets, and you know, you can with your food and stuff. So we went to the suite, and that was cool. It was a cool experience. You know what I mean? The game was nothing to be entertained by, but I never seen no game chilling in the suite at Verizon Center or whatever with a bunch of other Black people. So I was like, oh, this is what's up. So he said he might be trying to do that again. He was just seeing if I was interested. So I was like, oh, let me know the dates and I'll let you know. So one of them is the day after Christmas. And the other one, I think, is New Year's. And actually, it's the Bulls on New Year's Day, too, I think. Or the day after New Year's. Maybe it's the 22nd. I was like, oh, shit, that's what's up. Both games would be decent. Like, you got Philly, as long as Embiid is able to play. And then...
Is he still out?
The Bulls is balling, too. I think he might still be out with the COVID protocol, but injury-wise, I think he's good.
Yeah, I thought he had an injury. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know. You might be right. I had to check. I thought it
was one of them, COVID or injury. One of them. I knew he was out.
Oh, it was COVID. But I mean, between now and then, it's about a month away, a little over a month away. Hopefully, he'd be good either way. But anyway, man, shall we wrap the Strawberry Henny episode?
I was eating some strawberries too.
48 in the books. B is aware of the title.
Yeah, I saw the text. Yeah, I saw the text. Word. Appreciate that. Yeah, shout out to B once again. We'll be on here soon. I say we don't part next weekend for the holiday. We just enjoy the holiday weekend. I know we're filming this on November 21st, which is a Sunday. This is the last day for the Scorpios. So Scorpios, get your last little day of Scorpio season. Turn up out the situation. Get it out. Get it all out tonight. Because tomorrow it's Sagittarius season, bitches. Salute to all my Sagittariuses. Let's get it.
I didn't see it coming. If I seen it coming, I would have said, all right, y'all, this has been Everything's Blurred, episode 48. Stop recording. Right before you got to the
hating ass nigga. Let's try to shout out all the
perfect timing. No. But sad season is upon us.
Sad season is nigh.
Act accordingly.
Or would you get an arrow in your fucking forehead, nigga?
What you say?
You get an arrow in your fucking forehead, nigga.
You bringing the Hawkeye vibes into the sad season.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Next week.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Hey, this has been Everything's Blurred. We will see you on the sad season. Peace.